I'm James Helder. Welcome to another special episode of Not For The News. Lads, great to be back with you. How are you both? Nighty, you all good?
Yeah, I'm blessed. Nice.
Come on. You look like you're just about to go and have a game of basketball. What's going on?
I need a trim. That's what's going on.
Like that. Yeah, I've just had a trim. Don't know if I like it or not. Speaking of trims, one man that's looking trimmer every episode, Curtis Woodchuck War Dog. How are you, mate?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. I wish we had like a montage of his head from the first show to now.
Well, we can if you ask the editors.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Can we get a little montage of the first show of his head size to his head now?
You're making me feel like my head was massive.
Mate, I'm not going to lie. It was like a basketball. You're looking very healthy, very trim. I'm really proud of the progress you've made. Well done.
Thank you. Getting there.
Love that. Lads, let's look at the opening day of the season. Massive for so many clubs for so many different reasons. Arsenal off to the perfect start against Crystal Palace, 2-0. Martinelli scoring the first goal. Initially, let's start with Arsenal. Yeah, they traditionally start very bad in the Premier League and pick up later. Good start for Arsenal. What do you make of it, Nighty?
I think the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes was good. We started bright on the front foot. And I think it kind of dipped towards the end of the first half. After the first half, we kind of let them get back into it. It wasn't like a convincing performance, I don't think, anyway. But, 3 points is 3 points at the end of the day. It's always, when you're going into the first game of the season, I don't know about anybody else, but I know Curtis will agree with me on this. It is about the performance, but it's about flipping getting the points on the board. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than coming away from the first game of the season. You got 0 points, you conceded 3. Fans are flipping dwindling out of the stadium, and you go on social media and it's flipping all hell's breaking loose.
No, I hear that. Good. So Arsenal, as we mentioned, off to a good start. One team that didn't get off to the start anticipated was Manchester United under Erik ten Hag. Defeat to Brighton in the opening day of the season. Big blow for their morale and aspirations. How did you assess that, Curtis?
Yeah, shocking opening day, really. And I look at Arsenal and Man United as, in very, very similar positions, where if Arsenal had gone to Palace and got turned over, I think it'd have been someone sticking a massive pin in the balloon. But they went there and got a great result, really. So that's always a difficult place to go, is Palace, and to win, keep a clean sheet. They come away buzzing, the fans are buzzing. And Man United at the other end of the spectrum, for them to lose at home to Brighton, and in the manner which they lost, I don't know if you watched the game, but they were awful. They got well beat, and Brighton are probably a top centre forward with, being a really, really good side. They passed Man United off the back. Ten Hag, the second coming, the next greatest thing since sliced bread, was tactically out of his league against Graham Potter. Potter changed the system within the game. They couldn't really handle a diamond in midfield. Man United looked all over the place, from the players to the staff. They were outplayed, and Ten Hag was outmanaged. And Man United look an absolute shambles. Fred and McTominay, honestly, you have them two kind of delivering the bullets for the big boys to fire, and the passing, the ball retention in the middle of the park is painful. Fred and McTominay, every time it comes to them, they give the ball away. I'd love to see the pass completion percentage. My sons are Man United fans. I watched the game, my eldest son, and he's like, just what is going on? Them two are, they're very, very fortunate to ever have been able, when they retired and they can speak to their grandkids, they'll be able to tell their kids that they played 100 games for Man United. They're so lucky. They're probably the worst two midfielders to ever put on a Man United shirt. Shocking.
No, yeah, and you agree with that? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I tweeted and added used to and added, obviously pitch footy. Curtis replied, and they're just he's bang on, mate. I've never seen two worse centre midfield players for Manchester United. Never. They're that bad. Like it's if you look through the years, even the years that they ain't really, you know, won anything or, you know, been up there or whatever, you know, they've always had better than that. Do you know what I mean? They've always had better than that. You've gone from like Robson and Keane and who else has been in there? Flipping Scholes. You've got all of these like in
Carrick,
the past.
There's so many. And you know what? I feel a little bit sorry for Freddie McTominay as well, because it isn't their fault. The club is too big, the stage is too big, and they're not good enough. And it isn't their fault they're not good enough. You know, I don't look at Freddie McTominay and ever think like they're going through the motions. You know, when I watched Rashford last season, the geezer just wouldn't run around. He absolutely down tools. I don't look at Freddie McTominay and think they're not trying. They are trying. They're just nowhere near at the level, and that's not their fault. I feel like the weight in execution, it's horrible to watch, because they know that they're struggling like mad, you know, and it isn't their fault. It's the club's fault. They need to replace them. You know, I feel like I genuinely feel sorry for both of them, because they're out the depth.
Now you're talking about replacing them.
Sorry.
Go on,
and I feel that McTominay is always a breath away from a yellow card or a red card. He got a yellow card on Saturday, mate, and it could have been a red. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, mate, like, just you know, they say, the commentator said, I think it was Carragher or someone, I don't know. He said, the second touch was a bit bad. I mean, flipping hell. You get people in flipping Sunday League who don't have that second touch. If it was his first touch, then you can think, the ball to him was a bit, you know, off, or it bounced up or whatever. It was like he had about 2 touches before the third touch. Yeah. That brought him into the tackle. And he's a dirty little so-and-so as well. Like, do you know what I mean? He knew what he was doing. Yeah, and I tell you, if you're a betting man as well, there's 2 players that you should, Xhaka and McTominay. You bet on them every week to get a yellow card, and you be in some sort of money, mate. I tell you, because they're always one ball away from just flipping getting a yellow card and a red card. Even Xhaka on the weekend, on Friday. Again, just stupidness.
You know, you look at the stick that Xhaka's getting for Arsenal. He would absolutely breeze into that Man United team.
He would run it.
Yeah, and be the best player.
Yeah, he'd run it.
You know, and that just showed how far Man United have fallen, really.
And on top of that, Ericsson, who they've brought in to do a job, you can see his quality, and now you can see what's around him. They need more. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you can see him, he's trying to spread it wide, he's trying to get it out to Sancho and Rashford, and he's trying to put balls into who was up there at first?
Played Fernandez, didn't they, down the middle?
Right. So he's trying to bounce it off, and they're just like Curtis is saying, like, they're not good enough. Like, I never thought I'd say that about a Man United side. Yeah. Because I always thought, you know, it was in their DNA. You know, Man United, they put on the shirt, Red Devils, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And that's just the way I grew up. I've seen them like that, you know, from watching football from about 1990. I'm born in 82, realizing what's going on from about 1990. You know, they've just been at it ever since. And then right now, mate, honestly, Jesus Christ.
Do you know what, as well? Like, United are in such a terrible position. They've got no central midfielders. And like I say, we've gone through some of the midfielders they've had. And I'm saying as you, Nate, I was born in 1980. I've only ever known Man United be brilliant. Yeah. And at the weekend, they can't put out a centre forward. They haven't got a centre forward in the football club to play down the middle. So they're having to play Bruno Fernandes as a false 9. It's like, what is happening at the football club? They've got no central midfielders and no centre forwards. We're talking about a team, I think, like of York, Cole, Van Nistelrooy, Ronaldo. They've had some like Solskjaer, Sheringham, Mark Hughes. They've had some unbelievable centre forwards. They haven't got one at the football club. They've got one, but he doesn't even want to be there. The club is in an absolute mess. And even back in the day, if they had injuries or whatever, they'd have a youth team that had like the next big thing coming through, and they'd chuck him in. They haven't even got anyone coming through the youth team anymore. Otherwise, he'd have played on Saturday. Yeah. They're just so far off.
And Brighton actually showed them how it goes. I mean, I tweeted about it as well, and it's the most effective football you can play, mate. You got a forward that's willing to run in behind. Danny Welbeck would breeze into Manchester United side right now. He would actually walk in there, and he will be the best centre forward they've got at the club.
Yeah. How many times on Saturday did he come short and just spinning behind, and just cause them so many problems just by making a simple run?
I don't understand, like how they've got so much in today's game. Goalkeeper coach, which, okay, we had the goalkeeper coach back in the day. Set piece coach, forward coach, winger coach, midfield coach. They've got everything, and they can't get one simple thing right. Get a forward in that holds up. Look at Fulham's centre forward.
Mitrovic.
What did he do?
Yeah.
Held the ball up, went long, come short, held the ball up, got the ball wide, got in the box, scored goals.
Yeah. Old school, isn't it? A proper number 9, header on the back stick, takes penalties, holds it up, just proper number 9.
That's it.
Now, lads, let me interrupt you here. Now, you clearly can see the frailties of the McFred combination. It's not working. They've spent the last 13 to 14 weeks trying to tie up Frankie de Jong. It's nowhere near finished. Have they, or is the club being mismanaged? The fact that they haven't identified a stronger player to come in to do a job for this season and get it over the line, is the club mismanaged at the top?
Well, let me sorry, Curtis. Let me say this. I don't think anybody wants to go there. If I'm totally honest, I don't think anybody really wants to go. Okay, Eriksen's gone. Yeah. But, coming where he's coming from, I mean, anybody would take that step, really. Do you know what I mean? But, when you're a player that you've got a bit of clout behind you, and people know you as a player, you're looking at that squad and thinking, what am I going there for? What am I going there? I'm not going to win a title. It's 50-50 whether I'm getting in Europa. I don't think they're getting in Champions League. So what am I going there for? Just because it's Manchester United? Like I said a couple of weeks ago, where I think the whole Ronaldo thing and Messi thing sailed a little bit. It's the same with this now, Man United. I think that whole, that stigma, their stadium's falling apart, I'm hearing. Like, it's just it's just a mess over there, man.
But you know what? Like, I just think about recruitment. So surely you have, as a manager, you send a list to whoever it is that goes through the list, and you have a plan A, B, C, or D, or whatever. So Man United have obviously been after De Jong. No problems, great player. He's probably what they need, like a midfield general who can get on the ball and get them ticking. They haven't got it over the line. But where's plan B? Where's C? Why are they not going to get Tielemans? Why are they not going for the guy at Wolves, the midfielder? Why are they not in for Basuma? Why are they not in for these guys who are doing? Why are they not breaking the bank for your man over at West Ham? Why are Man United 1 week into the Premier League still scrapping around for the same guy who obviously, for whatever reason, doesn't want to come? Where's the plan B, C, and D? Where are these? Where are these other players that you can get in? And they've ended up getting some guy from the Italian league who looks like it's coming in, who's like, he's on a par with Fred and McTominay. It's just like adding, you're chucking enough shit at the wall, some will stick. It's just another like bang average midfielder. I just don't understand where they're going anymore.
This is what you're dealing with.
But you know what? Maybe United is right. Maybe these players don't want to come.
Well, your options now for third and fourth choice are players like Arnautovic, 30 years old, had good spells in the Premier League, but clearly past his sort of best years. Is that the caliber that Man United should be looking to recruit of players?
Imagine like Arnautovic's agent ringing him up and says, "You're fucking not going to believe this. I've only had Man United on the phone, and that was to be like, drop me out." It's like, I swear, he wouldn't even believe it. It's bonkers.
I mean, they had they had Lallana in there looking like flipping a Pete Pirlo on Sunday. The geezer sitting, the black geezer sitting. What is his name?
Player.
Casido.
Yeah.
Like, they had the chance to sign Casido for $4 million.
Damn.
United, and they snubbed their nose at him, and he put in a great performance at Brighton.
Yeah, he ran it. But you know what? Like, let's not let Ten Hag get off the hook here either. Tactically, he didn't know whether to twist or stick. He was all over the place. And Brighton were hitting United on the counter. And when they had the ball, they kept that nice little tight diamond in there. They had your man running in behind to stretch them. You know, Ten Hag was seriously outmanaged on Saturday as well. So, you know, let's not blame totally the players, even though the players have shown over the last 3 or 4 managers they're not up to the job. But Ten Hag, you know, fell well short on Saturday.
I keep saying, when these, you know, foreign managers come over from their little leagues that they've got, it's a culture shock. It's an actual shock when you get into the Prem and people whizzing past you at flipping 40, 50 mile an hour. And, you know, it's all up in the air. Like, I think it can actually get to you. But like Curtis is saying, out of his depth, mate, he was just standing on the line. There weren't no, like, I don't know what kind of character he is, but, you know, there weren't no emotion. He was just still faced like it was actual shock to him.
He was.
Do you know what I
mean?
So,
and don't forget, he's come from Ajax. They dominate game in, game out. They probably have 70-75% of the possession. He's come to Man United. They can't get a kick of the ball against Brighton. But listen, let's not take anything away from Brighton. They fully deserved that win. I thought they dominated. They looked a good side.
Quality.
Graham Potter, I'm having him, me. I like him.
I agree.
Quality.
I've been saying this for a while. I've been highly speaking up Graham Potter. People were mocking me for suggesting he would be a good Manchester United manager. I think he's been a great choice. Now, one thing I do want to point out is I mentioned about Lisandro Martinez in a couple of episodes being really small, potentially struggling in the league. You boys mocked me and mocked my football knowledge, told me he was an Argentinian international. He's technically gifted. He's going to be great. He got terrorised on Saturday.
I didn't say that.
He got terrorised on Saturday. Run back the show.
Yeah, but I didn't.
You was agreeing with him. You was agreeing.
I didn't say that.
Run back the show. That's all I'm going to say.
I actually said we're going to have to see how he gets on. Yeah.
Well, I told you he was going to get on.
But Welbeck absolutely run the show.
Welbeck I was pleased for in a weird way.
Yeah.
Disrespect he's had to deal with over the years. Now he could walk into that team. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, all day long. And you know what? He's probably what they need. He presses from the front. He's got pace. What lets him down is his finishing. Doesn't score enough goals, really. But as an out-and-out kind of threat, he keeps the centre halves honest. You don't get a minute's rest from him. He's got 2 issues, really. Number one, he can't really keep fit. And number 2, he doesn't score enough goals to be like that leading number 9 at a top club. But he's got loads of really, really good attributes.
How was the Fulham forward?
Mitrovic, 29, I think.
Boy, I'd try and swoop him if I was United. Fast.
Yeah.
On a quick one. Do you get what I'm saying?
They're desperate up there, mate. Honestly, and you know what? Like, if you don't support Man United, you hate Man United, and that's fine. But the Premier League's such a better place when Man United are doing well. So it's not sad to see their demise, but it is really, you look at them and it's like, this is painful. Martinez honestly had an absolute shocker. You know, and I did say last week, you know, Argentinian international, you know, he'll do the business, or he must be decent, but wow. Looked like a kid that had won a coupon for the day to come and join in. He struggled, mate.
He looked like the ball boy. I tell you, he was
struggled.
shocking.
After about half an hour, he'd gone from 5'7" to about 4'9". He was shrinking.
It's a tough league. The old school number 9's coming back in fashion as well.
Bruv, I'm telling you, I keep saying this on Twitter timeline, bruv. I keep saying the quicker clubs realize and just switch it back a little bit, the better, mate. I'm telling you.
Look at City though. City have gone and got Haaland, who's not like an old school number 9, but he's a number 9. Liverpool have gone and got Nunes, who's a number 9 to play down the middle. You know, Tottenham have got Harry Kane. Imagine Diego Costa in that Chelsea team now. I love Diego Costa. He's a proper player. Or Lukaku or someone like that. Because Chelsea are desperate for a number 9. You need one. You know, Real Madrid have got Benzema. You need a number 9.
Drogba or someone like that.
Oh, mate.
Chelsea's number 9. It's interesting that. It seems to be a cursed shirt. I'm trying to think of the last successful number 9.
Costa, wasn't it?
Sorry?
Yeah. They ain't
Costa.
Yeah, they ain't recovered from Costa. They ain't had someone in there. They brought in obviously Werner in a number 9, but you know they brought him in to score goals. They brought in Lukaku to score goals. None of it's worked, mate. From Costa, they ain't recovered, mate. They ain't got anything in that's been any sort of quality, to be honest.
Yeah, they're well short down the middle, aren't they? They need.
Before we move away from the Premier League, just want to talk about Manchester City a little bit. Erling Haaland is in town, the Terminator. The business, didn't he? Talk to me a little bit initially about him. What did you think of him?
Well, like I keep saying, you got a striker that's willing to go in behind, make runs, and got that desire. That desire you need as a forward player. I can speak on this behalf here. As a forward player, you need to just think, I need to get in the box. I need to score goals. Like, not forget everything else, because you need the link-up play and you need that whatever. But as long as you got that drive to say, he probably last week's thinking, I should have scored that. Oh my God, in the Charity Shield. He's probably thinking, oh my God, what is, see next week, West Ham are going to feel something. That's the kind of mentality you need as a forward player. And look, you could see he was itching to touch that net. He was, bruv, it was like he was a crackhead. He was just itching to get into that and score. And you can see when he scored, you can see through a striker when they score. Like, do you know what I mean? The emotion and stuff and whatever, you know, it was just good to see, man. It was just good to see. I love seeing strikers be strikers. Do you know what I mean? Not trying to do this go out wide stuff and whatever. I just love the ball going out wide. The striker, you can see him dying to get in the box. Bam, goal, near post, near to go short to go near. Like, I just love all of that. And to like you said, to see that coming back in, it makes me even want to watch even like more games. Usually I'd watch the games that I know there's like forwards in that I like seeing, but now you know what I mean? There's a few teams that's getting back their number 9s, and it's making it very, very interesting.
Yeah, Haaland's a serious problem, isn't he? A serious problem. And you know what? Like, you look at like the top 2 coaches in the world, Klopp and Pep, and you look at when top teams play against top teams now, they really squeeze the play out of possession. They play high, you know, really condense the play so teams can't dominate midfield. There's a load of bodies in there. So both of them have thought straight away, let's get a centre forward who's quick and runs in behind. So if you're defending high against them 2 teams now,
you're finished.
You have a serious problem. Whereas before, Liverpool didn't really have that explosive power in behind down the middle. They had it in wide areas, and neither did Manchester City. Now both of them have got it. So defending high against these 2 teams now is an issue. So it seems like they've both been on the same wavelength of we need to counteract each other. And they've both gone and done the same thing, which just shows that, you know, them 2 are great managers, and obviously so am I, because I'm on the same page.
One team that seems to have about 6 number 9s is Barcelona. They've just signed Robert Lewandowski. Okay, they've got players on players. Players deferred money from past contracts that they've signed. We've now seen that Barcelona are investigating Barcelona, that some of the contracts that they signed may not be shall we say, allegedly legal. What is going on at this club?
Yeah, but it's been the same with Barcelona. Like, it's just coming into light now. Like, if you go back as far as you want, you've always had a player saying Barcelona owe them something. Like it's always been like that. Do you know what I mean? And in them leagues as well, they pay. They don't pay monthly. They don't pay monthly. They pay like, I think they pay like 5 months of the year, 6 months of the year. They give you 6 months up free and whatever and stuff like that. That's how they pay over there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how they pay over there. So it's they do this. I think they do the same in Greece. Well, when I was there, they done the same in Greece.
Mate, if you pay me 6 months up front, you're getting nothing out of me. You ain't getting nothing out of me, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, they pay differently out there, mate. Trust me, they pay differently. Or if I'm mistaken, it's every couple of months or couple of like 3 months or whatever, like few months. They don't pay every month.
But
like,
you're not getting paid, right? If you've signed a contract and now they've deferred your money, they've brought in all these stars and they're saying, well, we can't give you a squad number 90. We're bringing in Lewandowski. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just want my pay up, and I'll just find another club.
Yeah. Yeah. But
it's like when you owe somebody. When
the problem seems they can't pay the money. That's the problem. They're now trying to find ways of finding that players can go back to their initial contracts from 2020 and stuff.
Well, this is the same thing. Same thing Messi had. It's the same thing. I think they owe Messi about 100 million euros. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It's like when somebody borrows money off you and you ring them up and say, listen, where's my money? And they say, I've got no money. Then you go out the weekend, you see them at the bar. You're like, oh, hold on a minute. That's basically what Barcelona are doing. See them drinking shots at the bar. I'm like, whoa, hold on.
It's crazy though when you think about it, right? Clubs like
you know what I'm laughing? I'm laughing because I actually had that. I borrowed a man money, yeah. And I see him on social media like, whoa, like, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, you said you had no peas. Now you're out. I'm saying that made me laugh.
On that Barcelona vibe.
Oh, mate.
Yeah. Is there any players in there that Man United could come in, for instance, like Memphis Depay, Mark Braithwaite? Are they any good to Manchester United in particular?
I think Man United have got loads of them like type of players, them wide players, you know.
Yeah.
I tell you who we need to talk about. Jadon Sancho.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mate, I said when he signed, absolute catfish. He looked, and I said he was overweight when he signed, and I got hammered on social media for fat shaming him. But
and Curtis, you were bang on, because he does look like he's slimmed down a little bit now. Yeah. Even I was thinking, overweight. He was overweight, bro.
Yeah, he had one of them little chubby bellies on him, you know. But because he trains every day, it's hidden away a little bit. But you know, like when you're in peak fitness as an athlete, you don't have that little belly. You know, he had that little belly, and he's way off. Honestly, 70 million catfish.
Yeah, not for me.
No, he doesn't score. He doesn't set goals up. I honestly do not know what he brings to the table. I think he's like, how long is he gonna get before people actually start saying, you know what, this guy's doo-doo? Because I haven't seen him have a good game.
Was he in the team consistently though last season? Like, he didn't play every game, did he?
Yeah, but that exactly on the training pitch, you're meant to be showing that you're meant to be playing. So quite obviously, the managers ain't really been feeling what he's doing in training. And to me, as that sort of player, Rashford, Sancho, they're meant to be chipping in with 10, 15 goals a season. They don't look like they're gonna get flipping 5.
No. You look at you compare them to, like, say, other wide men, like, I don't know, let's say example, let's say Eze, for example, at Palace.
Yeah.
So you could probably get Eze for 20 million, and he'd give you more output than Sancho and Rashford when it comes to goals and assists.
Yeah.
But one's got a crazy profile based on nothing, and the other hasn't. That's the only difference between them type of players. So when you talk about Depay and Braithwaite, They're just another one of them, not quite good enough. Man United needs someone out wide that's going to get 15 goals a season, 15 league goals, and somebody else on the other side who's going to do it. And if they ain't doing it, they need someone down the middle who's going to get 40. You know, like someone like Son at Tottenham, who plays out wide, and even the other guy who's now banging them in and setting goals up. That's who Man United needs Sancho and Rashford to be. And then not them people. Rashford's gone, fallen off a cliff, Rashford. I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe he wasn't that good initially.
Yeah.
And Sancho, nah. Dortmund must be laughing the bollocks off.
And Tottenham are going to be a problem this season.
Yeah.
They're going to be a problem this season. And I'm an Arsenal fan, but they're going to be a problem this season. They've got some sort of mentality. Like, they went 1-0 down, and I'm there like, And when they focused in, you know, like sometimes they focus in on the, I was watching the game. They focused in on like some of the Tottenham players. They weren't even asked. I was thinking to myself, hold on a second, what's going on? The next minute, pop 1-1, pop 2-1, pop 3-1, pop 4. I was thinking, oh my God.
Where do you think that comes from though, 90?
Conte.
Yeah, the gaffer. You can tell that guy's on it. You know, you look at the difference between him and Ten Hag. You imagine if Tottenham are 2-0 down. What's Conte doing? He's not sitting there glaring into space with his eyes glazed over, thinking, "Whoa, what's happened?" He's making subs. He's shouting. He's trying to influence the game. You know, I think Conte is arguably, you know, not for me. He's right up there with Pep and Klopp, right up there. And I agree with you. I think Tottenham are a serious problem. That they're really well organised, unbelievably fit, got serious goal threat, and can keep clean sheets. Tottenham are a problem.
They're going to be a little bit of a problem this season, bro. Trust me, they're going to be a little bit of a problem this season.
And did you see Tottenham see him at the weekend? See who wasn't playing. See who didn't start for them.
They didn't bring any of their new players in. I went to the game. I covered it for pitch. They basically still got all the players that they brought in on the bench to come in. They gave 10, 15. So
it's the first time I can think of in a while that Spurs have actually got some serious depth to the squad.
Mm.
What about
and we're talking on like Conte and stuff. I watched the Arsenal documentary. Bollocks. That's where you see this gaffer. Oh my God, Curtis, you need to watch it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my life! No wonder why the thing's just flipping all over the gaff.
Seriously.
What's it like, Arteta? I don't like him anyway.
It's just like nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just nonsense. He's talking about, he's on the board talking about his family and I was here and now I'm there and heart rate and he had a heart hole in his heart when he was young. I'm thinking to myself, what the? Do you get what I'm saying? Then you look at someone like Ferguson when they was in the flipping changing room and they're like, you fucking just make sure you're doing that. And the players are like, you know what? I need to get on it. Like, do you know what I mean? You need to watch this documentary. It's absolutely shocking.
I'll smash my TV up. I hate the way it's done. Can't deal with it.
Do you think it's not made that way, like palatable? We're saying that young kids, if they had the gaffer in there going absolutely mental, John Sitton style or someone, is it going to be what they're after, 90? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
They'll get better views for it.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone loves a bit of realness.
Evidently, what are they Amazon putting it online for? Not to encourage little kids. They want views. They want numbers. Mm. They want people to buy the app or subscribe or whatever it is you need to do. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They don't want, oh yeah, it's good for the kids and blah, blah, blah. They don't give a shit about that. Them higher heads up there don't care about none of that. They want the views.
We should have had Amazon Prime following my team on Saturday. We had our team bonding session. So we played the team over in York, beat them 9-1, absolutely bopped them. Then went out in York and like a 40-man brawl. I was like, yeah, I like this team. The average age of the team's about 21, and I don't even know what happened. I was just sat there chilling, all of a sudden there's carnage in this bar. I'm like, what is? Oh shit! There's my captain. Oh wow! Yeah, it all went off.
You are officially back in football management now. Then you are the capper again.
I manage Great Driffield AFC, which is my hometown team. Basically, what happened is over the years, the town has basically teams folding left, right, and centre. So they decided to bring the town together, and the motto is one town, one team. So there's like too many teams in the town and not enough players to support the team. So every team was folding. So we put together one team now, and we're going to represent the town and try and be successful, I suppose. So it's a good little project for me to get involved in. And it fits in alongside other things that I'm doing as well. There's no midweek games, no traveling or anything like that. So everything's right on my doorstep, and I get to build a team within the community that I'm from. So it's exciting.
Why don't you call a few favours? I know a striker quite well.
His legs have gone. Don't want to run him behind anymore.
Yeah, but I can't run.
Get him on a short-term loan, isn't it? 6 games at the end of the season or something.
I'll play that false 9.
Listen, I know you're on about, and he's very, very expensive.
Very well imagined, to be honest. Well imagined. Now, I want to get your predictions for the season. Well, I've got you both here. I know you've spoke quite highly about Tottenham. You've been very honest, I guess, about Manchester United. Where would we put these teams in league placings for this season? Bearing in mind we're all going to look at this and laugh at it at the end of the year. I'm going to go initially to Curtis. What's your prediction for the top 5 of the Premier League this season, pal? How do you see it?
I think City will win it. I think Liverpool second, Tottenham third, Chelsea fourth, Arsenal fifth. I don't know about anyone else. I think Man United will finish. I think they'll do well to get into the top 8. I think United will be 8, 9, 10.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you could flip the top 2. It's going to be between them. I think they're both outstanding teams. But I just think Haaland is that guy. You know, tight games, he's going to be the difference. And I think, I think City will win it again. Liverpool second, Spurs third.
I had a bit of a with Haaland coming from, the Bundesliga and stuff, but he just seems to be fitting right in, mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He seems to just like, do you know what I mean? He's that young kid that's got a bit of swagger about him, and he's just taking everything on board, and he's just, you know what I mean? I was half wrong on him, to be honest.
He's got the 2 things, centre halves, especially today's centre halves who can't defend to save their lives. He's got pace and power. Pace and power. Bro. Yeah.
Look, to be honest, when I'm saying that, when I said that, what I said about it's a bit with him, it's because I don't watch German league. It's only when it comes to like Champions League or something I'd watch or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And
the German league is very poor.
What's that?
The German league's very poor.
Oh, it's shocking. It's a farmers league, bro.
If you take out the top 3 sides, though, arguably from every league, you
no,
can that same argument, can't you?
No,
in the Premier League.
Okay, yeah.
I think you take out the top 3 teams in that German league, I don't think any of the existing teams would get promoted from the Championship.
Really?
Yeah, I could agree with that. But going back to the top, I'd have to agree with Curtis, to be fair. I think City, Liverpool, I don't even want to say Tottenham. Bloody hell. I think City, Liverpool, I don't know, man. I think Chelsea are going to have a bit about them as well for some reason or the other. I don't know. But, like, do you know what I mean? Even weekend, like, they seem to grind out this result. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
and I still think Chelsea will buy players. I still think Chelsea will bring people in. I don't think that's their finished squad.
Yeah.
That's why I think Chelsea will get 4th over Arsenal. Because I just don't think the Arsenal manager's good enough. I think Tuchel's on a different level to your man at Arsenal.
Yeah, the Premier League table will finish City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham.
Tottenham fifth.
It will finish City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal.
I can hear that argument. I can hear it. It's going to be an interesting one, this. I think it's more wide open in terms of not the top two, because they're well ahead. But I mean, the race below that, if that makes sense. The four,
three to about 6 is flipping. 3 to 7 or something.
Yes,
is interesting, to be honest. It could
Newcastle
be anyone's.
Will be interesting. Be interesting to see how Newcastle do. I still think they'll bring a couple in as well. Don't think their squad's finished. I think they'll have a push at top 7.
Yeah, I think Newcastle will definitely try and secure a top 7 finish. I see them finishing in the top 10 this year. I think that season where they're again coming together, aren't they? They're bringing in players, trying to mould a top team out of what they can assemble, I guess. Interesting season, it really is.
Yeah. It's good to be back, isn't it? It's great when the Premier League's back, isn't it? It is good.
What about the bottom of the table then? This is where the business end of it can all lie. What are you thinking? What's your thoughts, Curtis, on the bottom of the table?
If you'd have asked me before the weekend, I'd have said Fulham, Bournemouth, and I would probably go Southampton. I think Southampton have run their course. I think they're in real danger this season.
They looked poor against Tottenham. Got to say, they were very, very poor against Tottenham.
Yeah. I think the only thing saving them is their manager. I think their manager's really good. But yeah, I think they could go this year.
Nighty, give us your prediction. Who goes down this year?
Forest. I don't think they'll have enough. I could say Southampton. No. Like Curtis said, I could have said Fulham on the thingy just for the fact that, every time they come up, they go down. But bloody hell, they brought it to United Liverpool the other day, didn't they?
They looked good, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they had a goal threat,
Yeah,
I think a lot of it depends on Mitrovic. They did look good.
38 games, though. Can they do it for the other 37 games? That's the thing. Have they got a big enough squad? Is Mitrovic able to carry them through the period? It's a tough one.
Like I say, if your striker is in any sort of form, you've got a chance. First game of the season, mate, strikers get off to a decent start. I know this from experience, mate. You score in the first game of the season, you're itching for the next game. You scored that game there, Jesus Christ. It's like, mate, I'm telling you, I'm absolutely telling you, like the Fulham forward there, he got 2 on the opening day. Bruv, when I signed for Brighton, I got 2 the opening day against Oldham. Bruv, I hit 30 that season. It's just a straight tunnel vision. You don't even think. Like, the games are coming in, you're just thinking, I'm scoring today.
Yeah.
Nighty, are you predicting that explosive season for Mitrovic? He didn't do it in the Premier League this time. While you're reckoning, are you thinking that he can have that 30-goal plus season this year?
If he stays fit, mate, do you know what I mean? And it all depends as well. Like, you need a striker, you need to give him 4 chances a game. Just 4 chances a game. Like, and you're elite really when you're in the Prem, innit? It's an elite league, right? Yeah. So 4 chances for a striker in the Prem, you have to be tucking 1. Yeah. Do you know?
Can't hear you, Curtis, mate.
Nope.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Yeah.
Hear me now. So I think it depends how Fulham Fulham set up, isn't it? You know, if they go after teams because they've got a lot of attacking threat in there, then I think Mitrovic will get goals. You put it in that box, he will score. But I think a lot of times Fulham have come up, we've just gone into games with the white flag and defended deep and and it's like, wow, what's the point? But yeah, it seemed like they're having a bit more of a go this year.
Yeah, I was just saying, give a striker 4 chances, get the balls in the box. 4 chances he needs, sliding down one-on-one with the keeper or whatever. You need 4 chances in the game as a striker. And if you get that first, they set you up with that first one and you score that first one, bruv.
Have you played at Fulham before, 90?
Yeah.
It's a great place to play, isn't it? The atmosphere is brilliant there.
Brilliant, mate. It's similar to QPR. They're right on the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I played against that Fulham team where they had Saha down the middle.
Lee Clark, Saha, Formonte. I played that as well.
Mate, they were good that year, weren't they?
We got popped, mate. We got popped 3-0.
We got done 4-1 there, and I was so happy it was only 4. Jeez. they gave us a treatment, mate.
Yeah, they at that point there when Saha and all that was, I did like the curly drippy hair, bro. It was next level, bro.
Yeah, he was too good for that league. He was like, wow.
Yeah, he was a next level. Lee Clark pulling strings in the middle. They had Molte.
Chris Coleman at centre half. Remember Chris Coleman, wasn't it?
Chris Coleman. I played against my cousin that day as well, Zach Knight.
Yeah.
Zach Knight, your cousin?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Bo
How come he's really tall and you're really short?
What?
How come he's really tall and you're really short?
Well, that's how it goes sometimes, you get me?
That's bizarre.
Most of my uncles, they're all like 5'11", going on 6 foot.
Wow.
It's only my side. I think I got it off my dad.
Yeah.
I'm taller than my dad.
Yeah, I went to the boxing gym with Adrian in where did we go? In Scarborough the other week, and this guy came up to us and says, "Oh, is that your lad? He sparred really well today." I'm like, nah, I ain't producing anything like that, mate.
Yeah. Lads, I've got to say, it's been a great pleasure to catch up with you on what has been our great opening day of the season. I'm anticipating a great campaign. It's going to be exciting from all aspects. And I'm looking forward to catching you both in the near future. Thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Nice one, boys.
In a bit.